Okay, let's pay attention. Whenever you're ready, baby.
Okay, so I picked both 2 and 3 because I didn't like I couldn't choose between them. So for the identity part, the most thing like I think about when I relate identity, I think about my family more than my friends because like I can relate them to more of the characters in the books that I read so far. Um, I want to learn more about like which character I most like relate to in the books I read so far, and like to see like how you can relate in real life. The strongest effect that I see from book to real life is that how when I compare myself to a character in the book, I feel like more like um, more outgoing and stuff, but like in real life, I'm not that talkative and stuff, and I'm really quiet. The greatest effect was how people like tell me I don't compare to this person like from the book because like I'm totally the opposite in real life. But when I compare myself to a character in the book, like I feel like they really do, in my opinion at least. Um, so for my identities from the book, I chose race, ethnicity, and gender to bring to apart from the book. No, Act 2 of Macbeth. In that, I wrote like how in Scotland they represent girls as like they were weak, and so like in India they did the same. They used to think like girls were weaker than men in the past, and they still do. And they thought that they were only housewives, and that's what I put in one of my books. I picked sex and national origin from page 59 for my Macbeth Act 4 packet. And I talked about how that's how I talked about like how Scotland was thinking about girls are not like as much as men. And that's the same in India right now. And they think that they could only be housewives. And my mom and dad were in India and they had to go from the same thing. Physical, emotional development. I think the disability thing for me is procrastinating. Is like I can't stop that. I don't know ways to stop it. Um, this was that. Do I have to read it?
Yeah, baby. I think it's like,
Okay. And this was my other opinions. This one I talked about how my sister is related to more because like I procrastinate and she doesn't. I also did my essay. Yeah. I reflected about my how like I didn't speak English at first and like I took speech classes for 6 years and like I still don't speak English that well right now. And so like I stutter a lot. And so like it was hard for me to learn English because like in my last school, in like the other last school, they didn't have like a teacher that spoke my language. And so it was really hard for me to understand what they spoke to me. But eventually I learned it because my elementary school got a teacher from another school that spoke my language, which was easier to learn. My other part was how my future life could be affected based on my race, gender. That's because like right now I think about myself as an Indian and I'm a girl. So people like think like girls are not better than boys in this area. And so I think that it can affect my future life because I can get paid less in the future based on that. But at the same time, I think it could be better because I speak multiple languages right now. So yeah, this was my evidence. the most hard skill to master was the actual skill part for Macbeth packets. Because I didn't understand how that would be like connected to the story. In page 59 from the fourth packet of Macbeth, you commented on saying it was good. So in the last one, you said in order to do what, which was difficult because I still didn't understand that. So I did better than Act 2 for my Macbeth packet. And like I feel like it could be more better if I still understood that. And this was my evidence. This was the worst one, and this was the good one. Intellect. A good lesson I learned is that all families are not perfect, and like those families that you think are perfect, they still fight. Like there's always problems throughout any family, and like no family is perfect. I realized that from Farewell of the Sower, because like Laura's family was not perfect, but others thought they were. Criticality. Okay, my greatest criticality was pages 103 to 125 from Parable Silver. I like that one because you commented nice observation, and I was talking about how the etiquette that Curtis Talcott showed by hanging around listening to what Lauren had to say all day to comfort her after Keith's unexpected death. You really like that, and I really like that too because like I understood the part of that when I was reading it. The most proud assignment for me was pages 1731 from Parable of the Sower, the Paris assignment, because like I got extra points for it. At first I thought I did really bad, but then after I like typed it all out, I thought I did good. And I was still stressed out before I got the results. Then I was really proud of it. The most improvement I needed was my first essay that I wrote for week 1 writing. It was because I didn't understand how Lauren. I didn't know how Sierra's mom was connected to the essay. And like I got a D on it, which was horrible because I didn't know how to like organize my essay with the good sentences. Things that help me in this class are getting claim starters, essays like examples from last essays and stuff, and assignments you give ahead of time so like I know which ones are due already. I feel like next year they can like have like a schedule for each month where they say what's due and what's not. Feedback from unit 2 and unit 1 made me like think better because like the feedbacks you gave me like made me understand which part I needed to work on and which I didn't. I still wanted more feedback, but I feel like if I did get more feedback, I would like do more of it, so I would do more. So yeah. Goals and reflections. 3 goals I have are stop procrastinating, stop rushing, and stop stressing out. That's the top 3 goals because like for this year, I procrastinated for English mostly. And the fact that I rushed mostly from like the assignments in this class gave me not good scores. And the stress level in this class was high because I could tell like I was working more on this class than other classes, but I still had good grades. The thing I learned about myself is that I'm good at writing essays now, like for the in-class thing, because like my improvement was from a D to an average of A.
Excellent. All right, let's get some feedback.